Oh my god, you're clogging. T-Nut recruiting. T-Nut recruiting. Check pins. Check pins. Looks like we had a good start at least. We had a good raid. That was a good 2 hours of reset, and it could have gone longer if we'd gotten through queues, but we couldn't get through queues. But, like, that's just how life be sometimes. Sometimes you get through queues, and sometimes the queue gets through you. You know? You know what I'm talking about? No? Ah, it's okay. What map are you on? Bluebio? And you were red? If you were on Bluebio and you were on red, yes. Your map was bugged. You had 72 people, and Peralta was stuck in queue with like 25. So yes, that was a very, very bugged map. You were red on blue? Yeah, that was you. Can't believe you guys would hack like that. That's crazy. That's messed up. It's disgusting. Shameful. Ruining the integrity. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. So what are we doing on Fulgora? Our Fulgora base is very slowly starting to make sense. And I think what I really want to do in the short term is scale up my production on this new island so that I can actually make all of the things that I need. I'm tired of not being able to make all of the things that I need. I want to be able to make the things that I need. So let's work on that. Where do my red circuits live? How many red circuits do I have? I have 3,500. They should exist somewhere. But I don't know. Well, there's 200 of them. That's pretty good. Take you guys over here. And we're going to start up a logistics grid. So we need it to cover all of this assembly, basically. You're out of range of lightning coverage. Really? I guess so. Yeah. Alright, you can have this. You can have that. And then we're going to copy this all the way up. So that's where our logistics is going to sit. Or at least one round of them. Past this, I think, is going to be all of our processing for excess junk. Like, we're going to have dedicated processing for all of the stuff these recyclers are putting out. And then over here is where I'm going to start the bot mall itself. Because I don't think the bot mall is going to take up that much space, famous last words. No, that's not even close to enough space for the bot mall. You're insane. Then where are you going to put it? You could try and cram it in here. You have a relatively square area there to work with. You might need to do it there. Alright, let's try that. Yeah. Let's try that. Yeah. You can't make assembly machine ones. Stop building these roboports. I need those. You need to get iron plates and come back here. We're going to make all the stuff that we need to make the bot mall first, and then we'll expand the bot mall out to making other things. So iron plates should live here, but that's like barely any. That's a laughable amount. That is much better. Give me... You're gonna need more recyclers too. Yeah. That should be good. So a couple things are going to need to get recycled here. We have, in this array of factories, 144 recyclers. Each recycler has a 0.5 gear per second production rate. So we need to build something that can handle 72 gears per second of recycling at max throughput. Yeah, I'm just going to build a giant bot mall out. It's going to be the easiest way to handle this. The best way to handle this would be to figure out how to get gears on a belt somehow. But I think I'm just going to let drones take care of it for simplicity. So starting up here, let's say right here maybe. How fast do you recycle gears? 16 per second. And we needed to be able to consume 72. It's like 5 of these I need? Yeah, I only need 5. But I'm gonna need to put them on... Well, no, I can just use logistics chests for this, I guess. Okay. So you're gonna get 5 requesters, and you're going to get 5 active providers. This is going to be a needlessly complicated bot mall. But it's going to work, and it's going to work in a deterministic way, which is really what I'm going for. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to need 10 of you. Which is probably going to be gear wheels that I'm short on, if I had to guess. How many gear wheels do I have right now? Negative amounts. Alright, fine. Then I need plates. I think you're short on plates as well. Yeah, you have 0 plates in your logistics network right now. Alright, then we'll start with 9. And 9 will be good enough. So this is going to handle gears. We will attach this grid to here. And to here. You're going to get 5 requesters, and each of these are going to request about 300 gears at a time. And then you're going to output into 5 active providers. And then you're going to get 5 stack inserters. You can grab green circuits out of the base for those. Specifically, you can grab them from... Okay. And then I will give you 5 logistics bots, which is going to be like a laughably sad number of bots to keep this thing running full time, but I can also populate it by hand. So you're going to chew everything into plates. I do need to circuit you as well, actually. So we're going to connect this like this, 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 and this. Or can I just have you... I can just have you read the logistics network. Never mind, I don't need to circuit you. You are enabled anytime gears are greater than... I think you stack to 100? Yeah. 100 times 40. It's been working fine for us so far. And then copy that all the way down. No, no, no. You want greater than. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright. So that's going to be your iron plate production. And it's going to be your gears overflow. The next thing you need to concern yourself with is concrete overflow. What are you doing with additional concrete? What does it recycle into? It recycles into stone, brick, and iron ore. Okay. And how much concrete does this series of machines make? It makes 0.15 times 144. It makes 21.6 concrete per second. And how fast does concrete reprocess? Slow. 0.8 per second. You need 18 recyclers to keep that running. I'll do 15. Just to keep these things relatively square. Would I like a tip for concrete? Sure. What you got for me? But you can do even better. Hazard concrete recycles way faster. Oh, true. But I do want it to look nice and big. So I appreciate the suggestion, but I'm going to keep it this way because I want this to look like a big chunky factory. Yeah, because hazard concrete crafts way faster than regular concrete does. It'll look big no matter what. Alright, well look at how fast hazard concrete recycles. 32 per second. But then it recycles into normal concrete. So I'd still need to recycle the concrete into something that's not concrete if the network backs up too much. Because we're doing no wastage Fulgora, or minimal wastage Fulgora. So that works if I need to void it. But I want to do things with the brick and the iron ore that comes out of it. Like grind it into quality. It's the secondary step that speeds it up. The secondary step. I'm not fully following. The non-voided void. But don't I have to turn the concrete into something first? Also, what's happened here? Oh, you filled up on full active cryogen stuff. Like light armor. Oh, like if I was going to grind quality concrete. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'll probably do that for quality concrete then. But what this is going to be right now is just overflow. I understand the rules are complicated because I'm kind of making them up on the fly. But the rules are twofold. One is that you can't just intentionally void items. Actually, it's really just that one. I'm just not going to intentionally void items. So I would not be allowed to do this as a way to destroy items. I have to craft them into something else. And then if they get destroyed in the process of crafting them into something else, like if I'm building a quality grinder, that's fine as long as I'm making something else out of it. So if I wanted to grind quality concrete, then I could do this step. But the thing that I need right now is a way to turn concrete into stuff that isn't concrete, so these machines can keep putting concrete into the boxes. So you guys are good. You're going to request 300 concrete. And then you're going to connect to logistics network. You are enabled if concrete is ever greater than 100 times 40. And then between these roboports, I think I'm going to give them storage. Now, it's going to make it hard to run between them. Just put it like here. So you hold gears. You up here somewhere are going to hold concrete. You're going to need a bunch more requesters for that. I think you'll see. I think you'll see the vision as Fulgora starts to come together a bit more. I hold in my mind somewhat of a vision for Fulgora. For how it's going to turn out. I can't promise that it's a good vision, but there's a vision in there. 10, 5. That's a cliff. Bring the substation up as well. Requesters here and requesters here. And then you're going to need a ton more green inserters. But you can save that for now, because you have a thing that destroys concrete. Solid fuel and ice we're going to skip. Those are a little special. Steel, we can't really recycle into anything, so that one's also going to be a bit of a special case. Batteries are going to be very straightforward. 0.1 times 144. It's 14.4 per second. How fast does a battery recycle? Two per second. So we're gonna need like 8. I'll just build 10 to keep the rows even. You can actually squish this a little closer. You can go like here. And I did need to make one more. There we go. Okay. But now I should have iron plates down here. which will make it easier to handcraft these bulk inserters. Oh, I also just have gears down here. Duh. More gears than any person could ever possibly need. Yeah, so you're gonna go here. You're all gonna go here. I need 5 more to go here. And are all these in the logistics network? Yeah, they're all connected to logistics network. Give me 5 more. Give me 5 more. These are now batteries. Sure. You're out of logistics coverage. That's fine. Let me just give you one of these. You're out of storm coverage. I can give you one of these. You're not connected to the logistics network right now. I need to tell you what you're supposed to be doing. You are enabled when batteries are greater than 200 times 40. Let's go on a quick supply run. Need more green circuits. Thank you. Battery's done. Next is going to be stone. Stone is going to be smelted, so that's not going to go in this rack of deconstructors. Next is red chips. We make 0.07 per second. We make 10 per second. How fast do they reprocess? Let's find out. 1.3 per second. That's 7.5. I'm really tempted to just be lazy and do a rack of 5 of them. Yeah, I'll just do 5. And then here. Hook you up to logistics. You turn on anytime these are greater than 200 times 40. And then you request reds. So you should be dragging those over now. Great. Copper wire does not get scrapped. We're going to turn that into others. No, we do need to scrap it. We need to scrap it into copper plates. That is something that needs to get scrapped down a little further. We get 0.07 of that. 10 per second. But this should scrap really quickly because it's a quick crafting recipe. Yep. 16 per second. So we only need 1 handling copper wire. That's all you're going to take. Greater than 40. Active provider, blue chips, 0.05, 7.2 per second coming out of the scrap array. We do 0.8 per second. It's 9 of these that we need. I mean, it's kind of perfect. Anytime that's greater than 200 times 40, you turn it on. You'll go here, 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 and here. Go get some of these guys. You need steel. I got steel. I can just thieve that from here. And then you need 9 of these. And then you'll want to line these guys up like this. Bring your substations up. Bring your substations up again. Wow, this is going to fit almost perfectly, I think. Need one more lightning collector, because we're a little out of range up here. Five more requesters, couple more gears. And then you request blues. And then we've got room for like one more rack. Which is perfect, because all we have left is LDS. Holmium ore is obviously going to go and do something separate. So LDS is 0.02. We're going to get 3 per second out of this manufacturing line. And how fast does it scrap? Please be a number that's 10 or less. Scraps in 0.53 per second. It needs 5.4. I'm just going to do 5. Because it'll fit very cozy into this overall schematic. Very neat and entirely unplanned. I had no clue it would fit in so nicely. But I'm very happy that it does. Here, here, here. You connect. Enable when LDS stacks to 50. So anytime there's greater than 50 times 40, you go in there. You guys pull out of here. You're going to request LDS. Okay. So, this array of recyclers handles everything that comes out of this that has a scrappable product that we want that can potentially overflow. But it's not everything. We have ice to deal with, we have solid fuel to deal with, we have steel to deal with, we have stone to deal with, and we have holmium to deal with. So those are going to be the next things that we try and find an outlet for. But I think now that this thing runs itself, I'm going to start setting up some bot mall logistics to get the rest of this thing moving. And even though I already built Belt Factory over on the other side of this base, I'm going to do Belt Factory again over here. And then I'll just move the whole thing over. Absolute swine. Sure, you guys can help with this now. You're gonna need lightning coverage out here. You're also going to need grid coverage out here. That'll do. Honestly, you should just blueprint this with how often you've built these things, but... oh well. Wrong. Wrong in, like, 2 separate ways. And then you also need to figure out how you're going to run the lube. Can you run an underground pipe through that? I don't remember. Let's find out. I'm gonna flip this whole thing horizontal. That'll be the easier way to convince it to work. And then you can just come in straight out the back like this. Okay, you're gonna need 9 requesters. I think. You're gonna want to do requester, requester, storage. Yeah? Yeah. Splitter. Off you go. Here you're going to need requester, requester, storage. And then down here you're going to need requester, requester, storage. Then you're also going to need inserter here, inserter here. This is going to be belt only. This is going to be underground only. Connect these to logistics grid. You are enabled anytime splitter is less than 200. You're enabled anytime belt is less than 1,000. You're enabled anytime underground is less than 200. What are you missing? Why are you mad? You don't get electronic circuits. Oh, because you're still building up reds and blues. Of course. That makes sense. Okay. Those all look fine. Let's logistics U. Less than 200. Less than 1,000. Less than 200. You're gonna get the same thing. And you're gonna need a ton of blues. Well, not a ton, but some. No, wait, you only need 1 requester here, actually. Yeah, you only need to do the 1. And it's requesting for the blues. You need 2 storage chests on each side. That's it. There you go. So you pull into here, you go through like that, you pull into here, you go through like that. You go through like that. This is going to be blue splitter. This is going to be blue belt. This is going to be blue splitter. Something's gone very wrong here. You're blue underground. Okay. And then this is going to be red belt. This is going to be red splitter. This is going to be red underground. You're going to request here, here, and here, but you don't need to worry about these. And that's it, besides figuring out where to get lube from, I think. Which is going to be its own separate thing, because for lube we're going to have to set up cracking. Which is fine, because that'll burn ice. So give me an offshore pump. Got a nice place down here to set it up. Give it a lightning rod. Sure, you don't need to be connected right now. And you're going to make heavy oil. I struggle to imagine any world where we need more than one lubricant factory. So we're going to start with that. I think it would be insane if we needed to scale lubricant past one. I guess it's not impossible, but it would be mighty surprising. You make lube. You're going to put lube in a tank. Just because I think it'll look nice. And then you're going to run lubricant up here. This is also probably going to connect into a big engine manufacturing, an electric engine manufacturer at some point. But not quite yet. You just sit there for the time being. I don't know what to do yet. And then we'll have one underground that runs out here. Not quite far enough. Fuck it. 2 lube plants. You forced my hand. Now we definitely won't need any more. If you don't want to line up with my pipes, that's fine. I will just overproduce lubricant to an insane degree. You're going to come up here. You're going to come up here. You're going to come over here. I need 1 more underground. I need 2 more undergrounds. And probably 20 more pipe. Now I get the connection that I was looking for. Although I do hate that. Much better. Continue to bring the circuit network down here. And then I'm going to need another lightning collector. Alright, lubricant is plugged in. Just have a lightning collector sit like here. Give me 1 more underground. You guys have any iron plate for me, or did I take all of it? Oh, you took it all into the requester chests. I know where you hid it all. I bet it's over here. There it is. So you're going to come down like this. You're going to come up about here. And this is going to go into cracking. So that we can get light oil, which we're going to need for the Fulgora science, eventually. And also, I think for... No, not for emeg plants. What else did you need light oil for here? There's a couple things. Superconductors and, I guess, rocket fuel, but that's really it. Okay, that's fine. So you're gonna come down this way. I'm already unhappy with how these substations are going to tile, but I think I'll live. I will not live. I'm going to have to bring them down to, like, here. You're gonna come through like that. And then water is going to come through like this. You need one more pipe. You need more than one more pipe. You need like that many pipes. That should be tileable. Do you tile? Yes. The inputs are all screwed up, but that's fine for now. We can fix that. So you go like that. You're going to come all the way down to here. You're going to need an electric, a lightning rod, an electric thing. So that's going to be our cracking into light oil. We'll stick a tank at the end of it as well. Just for the look. And you're going to hold my light oil. I don't think that I can put off the generation of iron any longer, though. So let's get that line moving again. So that I can keep making pipes. You can all go in here, and then you can all go in here. You're going to generate gears. When gears fill up, they're going to get mulched into iron plates. Same thing with batteries. Your ice is also going to be a problem, but I have a plan for that. You have disconnected this from your grid. Fine for now. There you go. How many chem plants can you make? You need iron for that? How much water do you take? 15 times 8. 120. You're going to need 6 chem plants. I didn't want you to put that down. But it's okay for now. I forgive you. I'll just make a couple more. So you're going to come over here. And you're going to output in the opposite direction. Like this. Do you really want to do that? Yeah, you do, because then it kind of matches with the heavy oil. But you do need more iron plate still. That'll do it. No, you need more than that. Hang on. That'll do it, maybe? You're gonna melt ice. Oh, they're thieving my undergrounds. You thieves. Of course, my bots are trying to steal all of my hard-earned pipes. Those rascals. So that's sufficient. You made any yet? You have none gears. Right, because you're still populating the requesters. If I do this, that should force you to grab a bunch and move them somewhere else. And then I can skim a few off the top. So that I can at least get this working. So that I can at least grab these. Because I don't need these to be blue immediately. And you're going to need... You're going to want to make refined concrete. I think you're also going to want to make 8 of these. So 2, 4, 6. Thank you for your service. 8. I hate that you go under like that, and I'll probably move you around a little bit later, but that's not a right now job. And then we'll give you a pair of requesters. We'll also go see if the old base has managed to produce any blue belts. Because I wouldn't mind feeding even more scrap into the beast at this point. It has. I see them. Oh, it's really come through. Oh, okay. What else did I come over here for? Green circuits? Yeah. Yeah. I think we can turn our personal roboport back on at this point. Run it. I want you to turn all of it on. I want every single drill on that patch running. You ran out of water? I can only assume that's why you would have stopped, because I just gave you all of the solid fuel in the known universe. Ooh, my lightning strikes. Where we're going, lightning strikes are not going to be sufficient power. Alright, let's go run some ice over to the plant, though. I didn't, like, disconnect the grid, did I? No, it's connected. He just ran out of ice. Get all this scrap moving. Yeah, that's the stuff. Give me all of this ice. Yep, you did. You ran out of water. Here you go. And there's more where that came from, too. Well, not, like, technically right now, but metaphorically, there's more where that came from. So you'll get power back on. The next thing I'm going to need for this assembly is drones. We are going to need to dramatically increase the number of drones that we have working on this out here. You request ice. Sure. And then we also need to extend the grid down to you. So if we hook up one electrical engine unit plant to the bot mall, that's not going to be sufficient. We are going to require more electric engine manufacture than that, and we're going to require more flying robot frame manufacture than that. So we're going to continue this lubricant belt further on down this pathway. Yeah, you really need more drones. How many flying robot frames do you have back in the main base? The old base, I guess I should call it. Also, what the hell? Why aren't you saturating these? Oh, because we're not generating nearly enough power. Alright, we'll work on that in a second. I think that's just because I don't have enough turbines hooked up right now. But, like, that's nowhere close to what we need. You're only at 17? I gotta fix that. Hang on. Requester, fast inserter. Copy this request. You are on as long as flying robot frame is less than 1,000. I need a lot of those. And then I need red chips. You moving them out of these? Not really. So much solid fuel. So much solid fuel. Alright, looks like power turned on. It's a lot of scrap moving through there. You guys have another 17 logistics spots. Hey, the problem is that we only have, like, you know, a handful of the turbines built. But we're working on it slowly. We're getting to it. Before anything else, though, we gotta scale up drones. So scaling up drones, you should do assembly machines first, because if you do assembly machines, then you could do drones. You're right. Assembly machines kind of have to come first. And are you going to put anything else here? Maybe. Also, if you're going to extend your ice processing, you really haven't given yourself room. Like, if you need anything else that uses water, I think you're going to be really unhappy with how much room is here, so I think you need to back this up. To maybe about here. Actually, there. Yeah. And then tear this out, because you're going to use a different format. Right, you stole all my pipes. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. My drones probably know what's best. Just go and finish building all of this stuff. You're gonna get held up on solid fuel here fairly shortly, if I had to guess. So let's make sure we're keeping that filled up. But the faster we burn power, the more solid fuel we use up. So my hope is that those will kind of self-regulate each other. I can also slowly upgrade you guys into stack inserters. Yeah, I think I'm going to be stuck moving things around by hand for a little bit before I can really get the drones to take off. And we'll just rely on this thing over here in the old base, doing the rest of the work. Do you run full-time? Do you know what you're doing? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, okay, you know what you're doing. That's good. I'm glad that you know what you're doing. Are you making pipes over here by chance? No. Critically short on iron plates. So I've got 13 more drones for you. Let's keep upping that capacity. We're making belts here finally. Good stuff. We're pulling ice out finally. Good stuff. Positive things are happening. We're almost caught up on undergrounds. In fact, I think we are caught up on undergrounds. We are. They're not even trying to place undergrounds anymore. Right? Okay. So that will get our cracking running. Good. That is going to burn off a little bit of oil. Or a little bit of ice, rather. And then we can start making our AM3s. Stick you, like, right here. You are going to make AM1. You're going to make AM2. And then once I find a little bit more iron, you're going to make AM3. Go grab blue inserters from your main base. You should still have a couple left over there. Utilize the old base to make things in the new base. Yeah, there you go. Take a hold. You are enabled anytime. AM1 is less than 100. We're not going to need a lot. Request here. Here's your AM2s. You'll have one inserter that helps out with that. It might as well do a little bit of direct insertion when we can get away with it. You're going to be AM2. Copy that request here. Skip putting the AM2s in. You're going to be connected to logistics grid anytime you have fewer than 100 AM2s. Is that right? Yeah. And then set your filters as well. So you put a bunch of garbage into these storage chests when everything else backs up, because there's something you forgot to consider. That's stone that's backed up now? Yeah, I gotta find a solution to stone. I mean, I know what the solution to stone is. It's like a big furnace rack, but I just need to build it. Turn it into brick. And then this is making AM3. You're going to get a requester. Storage, storage. You hold AM2. You hold AM3. You are enabled when you have less than 50 times 40. We're going to go nuts on making those because they're good and we want to have a lot of them around. Alright, so you will slowly turn on. We have enough to make everything up to AM2s, but we do need a module manufacturer for AM3s. And those are going to be a slightly different size. So I might want to start on these over here, just because they're going to be a different shape. So start one like here. You'll do speed 1s. I'm not going to bother with doing ratios on these, because the goal isn't to produce a fixed amount per minute. The goal is to consume extra materials. You're going to make speed 1, and then I need to go get a second module plant to go get speed 2. But we should have quite a few built over. We have none built over here? We have no holmium plate? Oh god, I never set up the request. I mean, you should have more than enough to make one of these. Our holmium is backed up like crazy. So, yeah, get to work on these. You are... You shouldn't be circuit conditioned. You should be logistics network conditioned for any time you have less than 100 EM plants. Who knows? Maybe good enough. Off you go. You can go here. Do a little bit of direct insertion there as well. One of you, one of you. You're going to hold speed module 2s. You're going to request things for speed module 1s. Or request things except speed module 1s, rather. You are enabled when speed module 1 is less than 50. You are enabled when speed module 2 is less than 50. Okay. Whatever. That's because you don't have green circuits, because we don't have enough red circuits to start milling red circuits into green circuits. Because you're full on stone. So, you're going to need another AM3. As soon as we get these backlogs resolved, everything in here will kick on, and we'll feel much more positive about ourselves. We really have no... You have none iron? No, you've got some lurking over here. You shouldn't be requesting transport belts, though. That should be going in here. I'll be taking that. What were you going to have these make? Furnaces. So that you can start smelting all that extra stone. It's going to take stone brick, which you should get from reprocessing concrete, which you might want to set up to happen manually for a bit. Just to get the brick out of it, so that you can make your first couple furnaces, and then after that, the rest of them should kind of take care of themselves. You're really not going to give me any stone? Or any brick? Oh, I have brick on me. Never mind. That's fine. There you go. You can get circuit controlled. So you make 0.1 stone times 144. You make 14 stone per second. I am going to need 12 stone furnaces, I think is the ratio. One of these. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You hold stone brick. You request everything it takes to make stone brick. You are enabled when electric furnace is less than 100. And I will donate my stone brick to you so that you can get to work. Off you go. Now we can grab this guy. We can start putting in our little stone factory. We're going to need a pair of requesters. We're going to run belt down like this. You're going to have inserters here. You're going to need another lightning tower there. You have none brick. Go grab your extra brick. Sure. There you go. Two, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's all that it should take to handle the overflow stone production from the main line. I'm also going to need a couple more blue belt. That'll do. And you'll come up like that. So we'll have a pair of you putting in here and here. I want both of you requesting stone. I'm going to need one more robo port just to get you in coverage. You request stone. You request stone. Got so many. There should be fine. Run this all the way down. You make brick. Brick is going to make more furnace. And then you're going to get thrown into a pair of active providers. And a storage chest for stone brick. So that will delete stone out of this network. All of it, functionally. And the line is moving again. Good. Other things you're going to need down here in the mall. Red chips. You're going to need a steel crate, because you need to be building all of these requester chest types. Solid fuel and ice are both almost empty. That's incredible news. I love that for me. Let's go see if we have any more robot frames as well. Let's keep dumping robots into this network. It's starting to spin up. It's starting to come online. And it's very exciting. 54. That's pretty good. I'll be taking all these red circuits, please. Dude, things are happening on Fulgora now. It feels like we're miles away from the science still, but I think this is going to happen very quickly. You go here. You are going to make a steel chest. You are enabled when steel chest less than 100. Go forth. You hold steel chest. You request steel. And then we're just waiting for red circuits to hit critical mass, so that they start making green circuits, and that's going to start kicking speed 1s into the network, which is going to turn on AM3s, and then this thing really starts to kick off. So while we wait for that to happen, let's build all the active providers that we need. Because we're going to need quite a few of them. And then we'll build the stack inserters that we need. And we'll start to bring more of these lines online. Get more of these inserters turned on. Get more of these items being stored. Like right now, this whole belt is seized up because it can't take gears off. You're slow. Good. Let's go put another turbine down. Should probably get that turned on relatively soon as well. There you go. You're only outputting 85 kilowatts. Why are you barely outputting anything? Oh, these grids are split, that's why. These grids don't actually talk to each other right now. I need to hook you guys up. Yeah, the turbines on this side were not contributing anything. Alright, so that should be all of the power going. Yeah, now they're running at a solid 1.8. Good. Drone's looking very busy. We have 3 scrap lines all moving. I need 4 more. Go grab some more steel chests as well. Should have, yeah, we got tons now. I haven't seen any of the other recyclers turn on yet. How are we drawing -6 concrete? Oh, it's because all the requesters are still requesting. Got it. That's fine, and that's expected. We also need to go get some more green circuits. We'll also need to set up a RoboPort manufacture soon. So we actually have everything in the network to do RoboPort manufacturing now, so let's just start on a, let's start on one. And then I'll be relieving you of your green circuits. I'll be bringing a couple EM plants with me, because I'm sure I can find a use for them over here. And then you need 12, 24, 30. 10, 20, 30. And that'll be all of your active providers. This next AM3 that goes down is going to be working on roboports. And then we're just going to keep plugging logistics bots into this network until we have saturated all the requester chests and we've saturated the logistic network criterion. And then everything should turn on. We also need to set up turbines. Should probably do that relatively soon, because I see things hitting brownout status in this grid. And if things are hitting brownout status, they're not producing as fast as I want them to. So you go here, here, to you. You're going to hold a roboport. You're going to request items for roboport. You're going to connect to logistic network. You are enabled when a roboport is less than 10 times 40. Which is going to burn all of your red chips so that you basically never make green chips. No, because if you mill blues, you'll get greens. Yeah, if you mill through your blue chips, you'll get green chips. Also, you're moving down by one. That way we can fit you in alongside the rest of this logistics grid. Alright. How are things looking up here? LDS is turned on. That's going to give you copper plates, which means you should be able to set up manufacture of turbines really easily. All you would need are iron plates, and you're going to wait for gears to saturate for that, but gears should saturate pretty easily. This whole belt is moving, but it's not consuming the entire blue belt because you're short on electricity. Duly noted. Well, how about I take some of your ice and some of your solid fuel, and I go make sure that everything is running over here. It definitely eats solid fuel. It's actually eaten all of our ice. This is working really well as an outlet for all of the ice and solid fuel that we don't want. Once we actually connect it to this logistics grid, we can handle that resupply process automatically. And in fact, we probably have a couple of roboports built at this point. We do. Run them up along here so that you can benefit from the lightning collectors. So you can at least hit the solid fuel there. Why don't you request solid fuel times like 200? And then solid fuel times 200. And over here, you're going to request ice times 200. And I'm going to drag a roboport over to you as well here shortly. As soon as I have one that shows up. There they are. You don't want to fit there? That's sad. But that'll work. Alright, so now the power plant gets fed automatically. We should have our next AM3 done. Which I can go ahead and put here. Storage, requester. No, that's not right. Try again. storage, requester. You are going to hold steam turbine. You are going to be on as long as steam turbine is less than 10 times 40. You are going to make steam turbine. So that's one more step done. I think you also need boilers over there. Yeah, you do. All right, so make another AM3. You don't have construction drones. So you are going to need to run things over there manually. You also don't make pipes. You're going to need 2 more AM3s. Will those run? Let's go talk to a man about some drone frames. I don't actually know if you're slow. Why? What are you short on? Electric engine. Oh, it's because you're out of iron over here. It's fine. I already know why. It's because all of the iron in that portion of the base vanishes into a black hole, and I have no idea where it goes. It's probably the foundries making belts, but I can migrate them over here soonish. Actually, I could tear them down like right now, and probably should tear them down like right now. So you're gonna come over here. You're gonna make pipe. Yeah, go tear the foundries down while you handcraft these 4 more speed ones. I bet this is where all of my iron is going. If I had to hazard a guess. Holy shit, there's a lot of gears in there. Let's take those back over to the new base. You guys have been hoarding some gears over there, huh? Let's see. Can you find a home for those? Thank you. You have spare belt on you? No. Not yet. Let's finish tearing down the rest of this. Okay. Yeah, no wonder we have no plates over there. I was never apparently turning anything into gears ever. 3 scrap belts running full time now. Getting there. We're getting close to the activity that I want to see. You can have the extra Logibots I made. Go nuts. You can have this extra AM3. You're going to make pipe. You're going to hold pipe. You are going to almost never stop making pipe. Anytime pipe is less than 100 times 40, you're going to be working. And then you're going to be underground. You're going to be on anytime underground is less than 50 times 40. That's going to consume a fairly ridiculous portion of iron. But I believe in the capacity of this base to spin up quickly. I believe in it. Also, you don't need to request, well, do that, and then you don't need to do that. And then you can do that. And then you're supposed to be underground. Drones, please. Please, drones. Drones, stop. Please? Okay, I think they gave up. I need to set up their supply chests. So like here, this is holmium ore only. Over here, this is going to be blue chips only. Over here, it's going to be red chips only. Up here, it's going to be LDS only. Up here is going to be copper wire only. And up here is going to be stone only. And this is so they have a place to put stuff as the logistics network starts to fill up and the requester chests back up. Which is going to happen more and more as this system becomes fully operational. So we'll just take care of this initial sorting here while the drones got a little overzealous. And then we'll make a couple more. You're going to be for battery. You're going to be for... oh, frick. That's bad. There you go. You're going to be for ice. You're going to be for steel. Excuse you? Oh, right, because they're going to be trying to fly over there. I need to expand my grid. My storm coverage isn't perfect. So like one there should do you fine, and then like one more over here somewhere. There you go. That should be good enough. I'll rework the exact coverage later on. I got you. You're supposed to be ice only. And then you're supposed to be solid fuel only. And you're supposed to be gears only. And then I need one more. It's going to be concrete only. In an ideal world, that's enough storage. Do we live in an ideal world? No, absolutely not. So we'll probably need to revise this system as time goes forwards. But for now, that should be okay. Also, how about you just get to work on making speed ones? Because you're going to give me a nice productivity boost, so I don't have to be auto-crafting them. Run some extra turbines over here, increase our power output. Get those guys running. Yeah, grid still gets a little angry. But we're working on it. I mean, this thing runs. It makes steam turbines at a not insignificant pace. So we'll just keep adding them on here. Ice is backed up, fuel's backed up. Good. We have not yet made any AM3s. That's because you haven't made any AM2s, because you haven't made any AM1s. What? Oh, because you don't have green circuits. Right, here, you can borrow some of these. And then, you can borrow some of these. And maybe that'll let you get to work a little bit. And then while those sit there and run, let's keep working on bulk inserters. I guess I don't need you there because you live down here. Although you are at 3.9 out of 4. How are you at 3.9 out of 4? Where are you putting those gears? That they're showing up in the logistics network. I bet active providers show gears in the logistics network. In fact, I bet they almost certainly do. And the only reason that we're not moving gears from active provider into storage is because we have a logistics drone storage shortage. We're also producing too much solid fuel. I still think that this system might resolve itself without us having to do anything drastic, like start making rocket fuel, which I guess technically we have to do anyway in order to automate a rocket. Yeah, they are using those storage chests when they have time, but I think it's relatively low priority for them. So you guys do that. And then you need to make a ton of bulk inserters to get the rest of these lines moving. Okay. Give me one more. So that should be all belts on, I think. We'll wait and see what it looks like. And all we really need to do in the meantime is keep plugging in steam turbines. What are you short on? Pipe. That's because some of them are getting siphoned off to make pipe to ground. I'm okay with that. We're not producing them as fast as humanly possible, but we are producing them at an okay rate. Which, speaking of, let's also set up boilers. Pipe and stone furnace? Oh god. Stone furnace. Alright, well, you can do that. Requester. Storage. Filter on boiler. Filter on stone furnace. Insert. You are making boilers for as long as we have less than, I don't know, like 50. I can't imagine we're going to need a ton of boilers. And then same thing for you. You're making stone furnace. You are enabled when stone furnace is less than 50. It's another thing we can do with stone, but stone isn't really our, Oh, you know what? Speaking of, you're using up all of my stone right now, and I don't actually want you to do that. So you should only be enabled when stone is greater than... Okay. Yeah, because I don't want those running full-time. I want to be saving a little bit of stone backlog so that I can use it for things like the furnace. And then you could also be doing direct insertion to save a drone a trip. Five? I'll happily take 5. Also, did you make all the burner inserters for these? No, but now you did. Okay. So that's running. It consumes power. If I need to, I can make an entire second rack of it. If it doesn't manage to keep power going. Looks like we operate around 48. But the recyclers are using as much as we can give them. So it could definitely take more. We still have not actually satisfied this electrical grid. which is interesting. It is interesting. You're going to be mad about not having enough pipe. We just have to be patient on that. I love this. Why aren't you running? Why are you backed up? What's backing you up? Solid fuel. Okay. And you guys, yeah, you guys aren't running at full power either. I never hooked you up. Oh, hold on. Hold on. This isn't even your final form. There's an entire scrap belt that I just didn't connect. Oh, never mind. You just died. Well, alright, fair enough. And then there were 6 input belts. This patch is not going to last long. Like, yeah, drills consume less of the thing that they're mining, but this is a ton of drills to have on a patch, and this patch is not that big to start with. So, relatively soon, we're going to be moving that whole mining operation down to this thing, which is going to take almost no time. And then down to this, which is going to be a pretty significant belt job. And then we'll replace this entire section with probably train station to haul in scrap from some of the islands that have meaningful deposits, like you, and you, and you, and you. And I guess we should grab the scrap off of these islands, even though there's not much. But yeah, that scrap patch is going to deplete very fast with how many miners we have on it and how much they're mining. You have 3 more for me. You have 14 for me. We're done on boilers. Great news. The other thing that I can be doing is we're going to be getting a small amount of iron ore out of crunching on concrete. We're going to make 0.02 per second times 20. We're going to be making 0.4 iron per second. I think that's literally 1 furnace. So I'm going to grab you. Just the one of you. I already had one. You're going to go here. You're going to get a requester. You're going to get a storage chest. The storage chest is going to hold iron plate. You are going to request iron ore. And you're only going to turn on if iron ore is greater than 50 times 40. I don't know. Like, we might need iron for something. I don't know. Doesn't hurt anyone. But this will give iron a place to go in the network as well. So things that need a bespoke storage chest at this point, iron ore for sure. What else is an intermediary product that you're not really consuming right now? Green circuit, plastic, copper plate. Green circuit, plastic, copper plate. You can have this extra iron ore. You can have that extra ice. You're gonna need more chem plants, that's for sure. Also, can you fit a pipe over there? Give me that. Yes, that's beautiful news. Because I think up here we're gonna run a giant rocket fuel plant. So you would connect here, and you'll come up here eventually. And then this also gives us our boundary line for how far this portion of the bot mall is going to extend. You haven't made any yet, but you're working. And you're working. Oh, because I never set requests up. That would be why you're not working. There we go. Just request 300 of these. Knock yourself out. These you can keep in here. Because we can do direct insertion. Yeah, and then we can start taking AM3s. Alright, so AM3's automated. Which was the big milestone that I wanted to achieve before I made a flying robot frame plant. But I think I have a couple more things that I still want to build out here. One of them being all of these logistics chests. So you're going to make storage. You are going to be enabled when storage is less than 50 times 40. And you are going to hold storage. And I'll just take these items that are obviously overflowing from the rest of my storage. Are you having problems with your supplementary storage up here? You are. Holy shit. Alright, noted. Message sent and received. You still need greens, that's why you're unhappy. We're not mulching on blues yet? No, we're getting close. 5,500 of 8,000. Go plug even more turbines in. We have actually... We're producing more electricity than we need. Incredible. Many people said this day would never come. You know what that means, though? Hell yeah. Get them going. I don't actually think this does anything. Because aren't they belt throughput limited? Yeah, this does 22. Hold on. I think this is actually just wasting power for no reason. 10, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, if I did 4 speed 2s in that, they'd be 88. But I want to consume more power. So what's something that runs a lot? These EM plants run a lot. But they're only running a lot because you hand-fed them green circuits. They're not going to run that fast forever. Oh, I wish I had thought to ship turbos over here or something. Because I physically can't fit more scrap onto this arrangement. And these don't need to go faster because they're already ratio. They're ratio, like, appropriate. I could have the cracking plants go faster. I should probably save them for, like, the rocket fuel. Rocket fuel takes so long to make. I'll just put speed 2s in the rocket fuel plants. Which, speaking of... It's not gonna fit. That's fine. That's okay. You don't need to fit. It's alright. Fuck, I gotta go to bed soon. I wanted to get so much further than this. I still feel like I'm just doing nothing but spinning my wheels on Fulgora all the time. But I think this is starting to turn into something. This feels productive. Wait, you make these now. You don't make those now. You don't have green circuits. I genuinely think that as soon as we hit our production caps on some of these things, that this whole place is just going to roar into life. You're going to make blues. You're going to make chemical plants. And you're going to store chemical plants. You are going to request chemical plants. You're going to request materials for blues. You're going to get hooked up to the logistics network. You're going to say if blue less than 50 times 40, you're enabled. Chem plant stacked to 10. So you're going to be if chem plant less than 10 times 40. That should be fine. We're tearing through research, which is great. We're gonna have good artillery by the time we get back to Novis. I think it will be officially time to set it up. What are you guys mad about? Oh, I need to build those rubble boards. Yeah, sure, I can do that for you. Yeah, absolutely. Holy. Yep, I can definitely do that. I got you covered, man. Do not worry about it. And then I'll give you this this lightning rod as well. For free. As a little added treat. It's a little prize for you. And then let's go see if turning off the belt factory in the old base has accumulated us more flying robot frames by virtue of giving us more plates. None. Oh my god. Oh, because it's not it's a logistics chest. Because you're an idiot. It's just a steel box, man. Look at all these engine units that want to get used. Yeah, knock yourself out. So 512 scrap on that island. Okay. I both love and am annoyed by the fact that this system is clogged like almost immediately. I kind of knew it was coming, but still. You gotta make green circuits. Because green circuits are going to be one of your only avenues to getting rid of excess reds and excess copper wire. So just start making them. You're going to want to do this eventually anyway. And also, before they get too excited, set the filters on this. Green circuit, go. If somehow you run out of reds, sure. You can also make reds here. I don't know how that would possibly happen, but just in case. Alright, so now we're making greens. This seems like something that's maybe worth speeding up. If you can get your drones to deliver copper wire fast enough. Like, let's see how fast this goes if I do it by hand. He's zooming, man. It's actually a throughput issue on the inserter. It needs to be a stack inserter. Yeah, there you go. And then you need a second one pulling it out. This factory consumes 8 megawatts. But look at it go. And it ran out of plates. Alright, well, probably want to plug some more boilers in. These zooming. You guys aren't running. Why? Oh, now you are. I guess the accumulators had charge? Who knows? I'll leave you to it. You have mostly emptied yourself of stone. Although you do have 3,700 and you're just not getting any delivered. So we again have run into a bot throughput issue. And it's because your green circuit's kicked on. And a million things get made with a green circuit, so your bots are all super busy again. But we should be making flying robot frames now. We are. Good. So we've got those coming in slowly. Off they go immediately. I think in here, I'm gonna sketch this out and then I'm gonna go to bed. Turn your robot off. Your underground pipe is going to come through like this and emerge here. And then send delicious lubricant up this way. You're going to have assemblers, let's say like here and here. Here and here, etc. Making flying robot frame. Let's ratio this thing out. You need 0.06 engine units per second. Electric engine units. If I give you one of these, that is 0.12. So one AM3 making electric engine units can supply 2 flying robot frame factories. That is a layout that I'm familiar with. And it looks like this. So how many of those can you fit in here? 4. You can have 8 factories making flying robot frame. That seems fine. It's not massive production, but it's pretty good production. You're all going to point like this. And then I think aren't electric engine units just 1-to-1 with normal engine units? You make 0.12 per second. You make 0.12 per second. Yeah, they are 1-to-1. So you would go here, 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 and here. And that is our flying robot frame factory. And we could bring some cliff explosives over to possibly get one more rack in there. But I think it's fine if that's all we do for now. Anybody got iron plates that I could borrow? Thank you. And then what are you clogged up on? Solid fuel, again. after this, you're going to have to set up rocket fuel. It's the only thing that's going to consume large amounts of solid fuel. It's really the only option that you have to clear that backlog out. Also, this sucks. You're gonna have to set up a new tiling system over here. I guess like here and here kind of works. It just connects to the grid in an ugly way. Oh, and then here's your solution to the lubricant as well. Because you didn't like how ugly this lubricant pipe was coming through here. You can just route it around in a big circle. Like that. Okay. How many you got for me? 5? Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I'm getting to it. That ought to do it. You're going to be normal engines. You're going to need 4 requesters. What's your problem? What is your problem? Why aren't you running right now? Enable if storage chest less than 2K. You're definitely less than 2K. Are you just haunted? Oh, are you outside the logistics network? Yes, you're outside the logistics network. That's what your problem is. You don't know what to read. There we go. Look at that. Problem solver extraordinaire. And then that's going to fire chem plants up. Good. Grab you, that's plenty. Because we might want engines for doing stuff like locomotives. We're going to have a little backlog here. And then you will request the rest of these. You are connected to logistics and enabled when engine is less than 50 times 40. Then you're also going to direct insert into these, which I need more for. Stop handcrafting those. Oh, no, you didn't use them all. They're all in here. There you go. You're also going to want to stock up some electric engine units, because you need those for personal equipment slots. So we'll set aside some of those. Make a little rainy day fund out of that. Help me. I'm trapped. I'm good. Then you're going to insert like this. And we're going to need 8 of those. Along with 8 requesters. Because you need extra stuff in them as well. And then find a new place for that lightning rod to go. I guess there is fine. And then you're going to take out. If we're going to be making 8 of the same thing, I think it just makes sense to belt it. Runs down here. And then puts itself into a storage chest for flying robot frame. You only run if electric engine is less than 50 times 40. And then all of you guys only run if flying robot frame is less than 50 times 40. All right. Oh, and then, yeah, copy your requests over this requester chest. Also, don't you need extra stuff? Yeah, you need extra stuff too. You also need green circuits. Alright, so we need to add a second one here, here, and here, and then here. I think that turns on. I want to watch it run, and then I'll be content to go to bed. You also don't need request engines. You're getting engines direct inserted. Yeah, like just don't worry about that right now. That's not important. And then similarly, if you're going to try and request electric engine units, don't. Yeah. Don't do that. How are you out of batteries? You have batteries. Is it just that a logistics drone is not on the way to give it to you? Yeah, on the way, 0. So you work away on that. Your problem is lack of AM2s, is lack of AM1s. Oh, that's an issue. The direct insertion breaks if all of them get pulled out. Okay. Then I guess I do have to add extra robot trips to the requester chests. There's probably a more clever way that I can solve that with circuits, but I can't think of what it is right now, so it's gonna have to wait for next time. But there is probably a way that I can finagle that. Not super important right now. Let's plug all of these in. You can have those back. I don't need them right now. And you're making flying robot. So, This system works. It has a lot of kinks in it, and we're going to do some extensive limit testing with it to get some of those issues worked out. But we have some very basic, scaled automation of infrastructure in place at this point. And so going forwards from here, we should be able to focus almost exclusively on expanding this network out, plugging more scrap into it, and getting some meaningful manufacturing set up, including the things that we need to produce rockets at scale and also start to actually think about making Fulgurian science, which we have not even come close to doing yet. So if you want to be around when that's going to happen, the best way to know when the stream is going live is going to be by joining the Discord and signing up for the stream pings role located therein. There's also a VODs channel if you want to catch up on what's been going on Factorio in previous VODs. And then there's a YouTube channel if you're a Guild Wars 2 holdover and you're looking for world versus world stuff, guides, content, podcasts, builds, etc. I'll see you guys around over the weekend at some point. I don't know exactly what schedule is going to look like, but I will try and get a little more Factorio in at that point. But till then, happy Friday, take care, and I'll see you around next time. Have a good one.